So I'm so excited to have you, Gretchen, our first 2023 graduate of the 90 New Agent Training Program. And do I have your permission to use this to help me sell my program to other future realtors?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Well, Gretchen, I was just looking back when we first started talking when you're getting into real estate and kind of our first interview and why you got started. But can you, in your own words, just tell me some of your hopes you had coming into the 90-day New Agent Training Program?
Okay, let me think. So when I first started, I was, I guess maybe insecure about what I knew, what I didn't know. I didn't feel like maybe I had enough experience to kind of put myself out here. I have been an agent for a year and also an assistant. And so I know a little bit, but didn't feel like I knew enough to like advertise and start really trying to generate a business for myself. But I knew that I needed to start moving that direction. And so that was my biggest concern starting your program, was just like I just didn't feel like maybe I wasn't good enough or this wasn't right for me, because I'm not a salesman by nature, and there are a lot of people out there and I have tons of respect for them because it's not something that comes natural to me.
And so what were you expecting to get out of this program?
Man, that's a tough question. I don't know what I was expecting to get. I looked at I started getting bombarded on Facebook with coaches, and I saw a ton of them. And at the first of the year, I was like, I need to maybe find somebody that could kind of help me figure this out, because I'm not really figuring it out. And I couldn't even tell you, I was sitting in a parking lot. My son was an orthodontist, and your advertisement came up, and you just seemed very genuine, and it wasn't a lot of flash and, oh, you're going to make $1 million this year. I'm realistic, and I was looking for somebody that kind of was along my same mind thought, I guess. And you seem to be that way to me anyway. So I clicked.
All right. So that's what you thought when you signed up. And how did it meet or not meet your expectations?
This class helped me not in any way that I thought it was going to, honestly. I thought it was going to be a lot of, I don't know, maybe numbers and facts and stuff like that. But doing this class and clicking on those little videos every day or every other day when I could get to them, I learned that I knew a heck of a lot more than I thought I did. And going through this process with you, I just got all this confidence. I was like, well, I've already done that. I know how to do this. You gave me the tools that I had they were just kind of sitting there, like, and it was like, go set up for an open house. Well, I already knew how to do that. So going and making phone calls and putting out postcards don't seem scary anymore. I'm ready to do it because I know the things that I didn't think that I knew. So now I'm ready to go do these things that were scary to me in the beginning. And I can't thank you enough, because I still have a long way to go, but it feels good to feel like I know that I can do this. It's not going to be easy, and there's going to be ups and downs and bumps and twists and turns, and every day is a new day, but I can see that this is something worth working, and to trust the process that you kind of laid out for, in very small increments, so that it's not overwhelming.
Love that. So what surprised you the most about the program?
Surprised me. I thought there was going to be a ton of people, honestly. I mean, that would probably be the thing that it's like, I don't know why everybody's not doing this, because it's so easy to follow, and it's not like you got to do a bunch of homework and, stuff like that. It's a very doable, and even the things that I haven't done yet, they're there for me when I'm ready to do them. I can go back to them and, glean off your expertise of how to do those things.
So I do want to let you toot your own horn. I know you're such a humble person, but tell me about what have you done in the last 90 days? Do you have any closings?
I have had one closing. I have a closing next week, and I have a listing that's supposed to go up next week. That's going in wanting to buy a new house. So I actually got that one through an open house that I was doing. They were looking for a house, but they had a house that they wanted to sell. So I mean, I'm busy and there's more coming through. I have people that I'm showing houses to today. We're probably going to make an offer in the next couple of days. So that would be, 4 or 5 things going on that have gone on in these past 90 days.
So amazing. That's all your hard work. Congratulations. So
It's a process.
yeah, I mean, you're the one who's been through it. Now they're on the other side of this program, but of your business. So tell me what would you tell a brand new agent?
You have to realize that this is a marathon, not a sprint. This is something that it involves you to take it seriously, and it involves you to put time into it. In my opinion, I'm somebody that I want to know what I'm doing before I go out there. There's a little bit of fake it till you make it, but this is people's biggest purchase and, that they're going to make. And having bought and sold a lot of houses, I don't take that lightly. So I wanted to know what I was doing before I went out there. So I think that if you can go in with the mindset that it is a marathon, I think that's what works. I had an agent tell me, if you can last 3 years, for some reason, 3 years is the magic number where things start to come around. And I'm in year 2. I'm just starting year 2, or actually I'm just completing year 2, something like that. Sorry. But, you just have to trust the process, keep doing what you're doing, make it consistent, and eventually it starts to come together. I had my first person I sold the house to in December of 2021. He contacted me like 6 weeks ago, and he's like, I was looking at this property and I want you to show it to me. We haven't done anything yet, but he's the first person I ever sold a house to, and he came back. Like, that was the biggest yay moment I've had so far. And even though we haven't done anything, the fact that he remembered me and called me back was awesome. So it's just you got to take those tiny victories too.
Absolutely. Well, then my only last question is, so that's amazing advice for any new agent. And so if somebody's watching this and they're considering doing the 90-day new agent training program, what recommendations would you give them?
I would absolutely recommend this program to a new agent that's ready to be open to learning the process and taking chances and getting out of their comfort zone. It does require that. And you do put situations out there that probably are uncomfortable to some person on some occasion. But once you do it, it's all in our minds, like how uncomfortable we are. Like that one time, if you can just do it one time, none of this stuff is uncomfortable. And the way that you put it out there just a little bit each day, and then you kind of come back to stuff and it's like, well, I did that, I can do it again. It's just a great process through the 90 days. I'm kind of sad it's over, but I'm also glad that I've done it. So I would highly recommend it to anybody that's genuinely ready to start the real estate career in a thoughtful, meaningful way.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.